Хотите больше видео-уроков? Добавьте меня в друзья ВКонтакте. Ссылка на экране.
Hey, what's up guys, my name is Modi and welcome to another Photoshop video tutorial. And before I start the tutorial, I would like to thank you guys for helping me pass like 150 subscribers. So it feels really good and you guys are really awesome. I mean, it's really great to have like 150 members on my channel now. You guys rock. So today's tutorial is going to about creating winter effect, like snow particles are falling, we have a really cool blue tone, and also how to remove this green color from the grass. So let's get started. So we are inside Photoshop and let me show you again what the final output is going to look like. So this is the final output as you can see here, and to be honest it looks really cool. I mean, you get that? Cool snow? No? Okay, whatever. Okay, to start I'm gonna copy this image, so I'm gonna press Ctrl A and Ctrl C to copy it, and then I'm gonna press Ctrl N to create new document and paste this image by pressing Ctrl V. So let's go to our layer here and I'm gonna create a new adjustment layer. So first one is vibrance, and I'm gonna remove some colors from the layers which are already saturated. So I'm gonna remove few colors. Let's see here what is the value, -29 and -2. So I'm just gonna paste that here, -29 and -2. Reason why I did that I'm just gonna show you right now. So I'm gonna go to like, okay, it's hue and saturation now, so I'm gonna create another layer and select hue and saturation. Now I want to remove all those green colors here as you can see and those yellow leaves. So for that I'm gonna first of all go to yellows. Okay, let's go with yellows, and here as you can see, let me turn on these layers. In the yellows I have like +84 lightness and +23 saturation. So 23 saturation and 84 lightness. Okay, we did it on master, so yes, I suck sometimes. So let's go to yellow and 24 and going to add like 84. So why I did that? Okay, the saturation is to preserve some colors and make it still, we don't want to make it black and white, so that's why. And lightness, like making that color total white. So you see, it's dark, it's bright, you get that? See, it's really easy. I mean, people just say anyway that Photoshop is complicated. It's super easy thing, you know. So let's go to green, and this time I have +13 and 31. This number doesn't matter, so as you can see I was just playing with it. So in the greens I'm gonna use +13 and 31. So okay, this time I'm gonna select green first, so 13, and in the lightness I'm gonna use 31. So and also red. So let's see the numbers in the red. Okay, everything is default, just 39, and when I boost the red color you can see okay, 40. This looks like pretty neat to me. I mean, if I like remove this vibrance layer here, as you can see it's like super saturated and it looks not that good, but that vibrance layer is helping to preserve those colors. Okay, I don't know what I just said, but yeah, it helps to like make it look better. And after that we have like, let's go back to hue saturation, and in the greens I'm gonna make it like even brighter, and I'm not gonna make it saturated. And in the yellows, see, even I copy numbers sometimes, I'm not just satisfied, so sorry for that. I think this looks fine. And after that create another layer. So these are the snow particles and I'm gonna show you how to create them inside Photoshop real quick. So create a blank layer, fill in black color, and after that go to filter, noise, and add noise. In the noise I'm gonna use like average noise, maybe 100, and make sure it's Gaussian and monochromatic. if you don't use monochromatic, it's gonna be colorful, and I have never seen colorful snow, though I would love to, but I have never seen any. So I'm gonna go with white color and hit OK. Go to filter, and this time filter gallery, and in the filter gallery go to brush strokes, and I'm gonna select, no, in the sketch, I forgot, sketch, it was sketch, and chalk and charcoal, and I'm gonna just zoom out a bit, and we cannot see anything right now, but okay, why we cannot see anything? Let's go back, filter gallery, and in the department sketch I'm gonna select chalk, and okay, I have this already here, so I will have to delete them. See, now this looks fine. You can always play with like numbers until you are satisfied. These numbers are like always different in every time I create anything, so make sure let it looks something like this. Don't worry about the numbers. So I'm gonna hit OK, and let's just put this layer on screen blend mode. So we have this really good particles here, and after that go to filter, blur, and motion blur, so it will feel like they're falling from certain angle. So distance is like, don't make it like super long, otherwise they just don't look good. So I'm gonna go with like 6, no, 7, 8, 8 looks fine to me. See the difference it makes. Okay, now I want to remove those particles from her face, so I'm gonna apply a layer mask, and I'm gonna select my brush tool and make sure my color is black, and after that I'm gonna paint on her face, so it will hide all the particles from her face, and looks fine to me. Let's create another type of particles which are a little bigger and fluffier. So I'm gonna, as always, fill in black color, go to filter, noise, and add some noise, and this time I'm gonna use way too much noise, I mean too much. So hit OK, go to filter, and same process, filter gallery, but instead of charcoal this time I'm gonna use maybe cutout. No, it doesn't look good. Dry brush, okay, yeah, it was this one, I remember. And everything is like total full. You can use like this texture button, but I'm pretty sure this is not useful right now. So this is not looking really good right now, but you might don't know, but you can actually duplicate your filter in the same palette. So if I press this button here, so it will duplicate my dry brush filter, and see, now we have particles that looks like snow, and if you want even smaller you can just duplicate it. So yeah, this looks fine to me. I'm gonna hit just OK, and after that I'm gonna put this layer on screen blend mode as always, and after that apply a layer mask, select brush, black color, and paint over her face. I'm gonna leave those on her hair because they are looking like pretty good. If you want to make it even powerful, you can just press Ctrl J, duplicate it, so it will make it powerful, but we don't need one. So go to filter, blur, and Gaussian blur, and apply enough blur to make them like really good fluffy. This looks fine to me. See difference it makes. And if you want even more particles in particular area, what you can do is duplicate your layer, delete this layer mask, right click, delete layer mask, and after that press Ctrl D and scale them so they will like really big particles now, and hit enter. So we have now really good variation in particles. So I'm gonna apply a layer mask and remove these things from her face. Okay, now let's see the next step. So we are done with vibrance, saturation, and particles. Now this is color balance, baby. And in the color balance, make sure you don't have selected this preserve luminosity. Shit, oh, bad word. And after that go to, I'm gonna start with like shadows, so I have -3 and +65. So create a new layer, and what was it, color balance, and -3. Okay, first of all select shadows, and see, I haven't checked it, -3 and +65. After that let's go to midtones, and in the midtones I have -18, 5, and 15. So let's go to minus 18, 5 and 15. After that, let's go back again, and this time in the highlights minus 53, nothing else. So in the highlights I'm gonna use minus 53, and we are good to go. Maybe I'm gonna add some yellow. No, it doesn't look really good. I think I will go back to my hue saturation layer, and this time in the yellows I'm gonna add some saturation, slight, not way too much, and again in the greens, slight. Okay, see, sometimes I also have to change, like go back and see where is the problem. And after that I'm gonna, what I have done, vibrance. Okay, this is really cool trick to bring some focus on your object. So create a new layer and select vibrance and turn down vibrance a bit so we lose some colors. But select your mask tool and remove this color, like remove this effect from her face. So when I will turn it on and off, see here, we have like really good focus on her, and also from her head a bit. And after that, if you think effect is strong, you can always turn down opacity a bit. So I'm gonna go like this looks fine. Okay, after that let's see, brightness, contrast and curves. So I'm gonna create another layer, and this time I'm gonna use curves. Now first of all, brightness, contrast, and I'm gonna add some contrast. And this is the same thing what we did like in vibrance, but this time I'm gonna remove it from all over place. Like I'm gonna press Ctrl I, so it will hide everything on the layer, and then I'm gonna paint like with white color and select your brush tool and paint only on her. So this will affect only her face, nothing else. And this is like way too strong, so I'm gonna remove some contrast. See, it helps to bring attention to her face and also looks pretty good. So this far we are going like pretty good. And curves, and again brightness, contrast. So okay, not this one, this one. Create a new layer and curves, and in the curves I'm gonna do nothing but just gonna put this layer on overlay. And it looks way too strong, I know, but just select your what do we call it, mask. Just like nervous a bit, so I'm gonna press Ctrl I and paint on this portion with really soft brush, only on the edges, nothing else, I mean nowhere else. And then turn down opacity a bit so it doesn't look like super strong. So this is looking fine. And now the final step, create another layer, and I'm gonna select brightness and contrast and add like way too much brightness. So I know it's looking like super bright, but don't worry about that. I'm gonna reduce the opacity like to maybe 10 to 15 looks fine. 16 is good. So we have overall like really good things, and the effect is done. But I might go back to again hue saturation, and man, it took me like 1.5 hours to figure out proper colors, and it's just like 10 minutes tutorial, so it can maybe be difficult to like show you guys how I did that, but you guys probably get the idea how I did that. So I'm gonna make it like maybe 90.
Хотите больше видеоуроков? Добавьте меня в друзья ВКонтакте. Ссылка на экране.